Oh, good. Hello, Edgets. Thank you. And what got loud? I'm guessing the game audio got loud. That should help. Put my headset on. How's my voice? Is that better volume than yesterday? Yes. A couple points of that soundtrack do go quite loud and sharp. Yes, it's not flutes. It's actually a custom instrument designed and built by I'll call him a friend even though I've never met him, but someone I know from a long time ago. He calls it, I don't remember exactly what he called it, but it's basically a electronic woodwind, for lack of a better way to put it. So it's like a flute or other thing where you have the wood slat you blow through like a whistle, but beyond that it's all electronic. Yeah. Anyways, I got permission from him to use it on my YouTube, and he basically gave me carte blanche to use it. Okay, so as you might notice, we're not in the around my factory. Edget, you probably recognize where we're at. Maybe not. But the factory is actually just over that hill. I came looking for some hard drives because I realized something. Wait a minute, what's my... That thing looks so much closer than it actually is. Holy crap. Game audio should be up from yesterday, and mic should be up from yesterday. I came looking for hard drives, and I can't get this one because I need power, but I need worms. There's another one here nearby that I was after. I thought it was up here, but turns out it's down on the ground. But first we're going to go, and it's getting dark so I can't see where I'm going. Good thing I looked around earlier. We're gonna get a worm. And the... Doggone, it got dark and can't see shit. Okay, we want to go... Yeah, I know, and I never can be bothered to do that. Although I do have some biomass on me. And I think this thing only needs 40. Let's go back over there and see what it needs. Ooh, there's some purples I can grab on the way down. The one I need is down there. The thing I'm after needs 70, so needs... leaves. Wire, boom, 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 boom. Bite me. Bite me. Bite me. Oh, I need a third one. Leave you 60 at 170. They'll bite me anyway. Let's see, what else do I got? Think that wood will be enough? Come on, I want that back. Thank you. There, you can have part of it. I give your buddy part of it. Yeah, the solid is there for the chainsaw. Just in time. Alright, now I can go down below. It's getting light, so maybe I can see. Okay, there are some... Before I go too far down, there are some slugs over here to grab, because I need all the shards I can get. Purple over here. Slug heaven around here. As long as you can deal with the other annoying creatures. Okay, yellow over here, and there's a artifact around here somewhere. Hi, bugs. Okay, give me a minute. Game audio down. Alright. Game audio is down. Alright. Why is it dark again? I thought it was getting light. Let's go grab these yellows. Guess there's a yellow over here. Yellow's all over the place by the looks of it, but I don't want to get too horribly distracted. But as I was saying, I had the game up earlier to let it run and build some of those frames, and discovered that when I went to that last blueprint, I said was generic. I haven't made the specific one yet. I went to make the specific one and discovered that I do not have the rocket fuel unlocked yet, and that needs a hard drive to unlock, which led to this. Let's see, I saw another yellow somewhere, don't know where, so bugger with it. Okay, I want to know what that artifact is and where it is. Looks like it's probably a Mercer that I hear. So where is it? Probably up above, is my luck. Let's see if we can get that purple. Well, it looks like it must have been under us. Hi, bugs. I hear a skitter. Oh, how do I get... Oh, good. There's a ledge up here. How do you abuse ChatGPT? I mean, it does itself enough disservice. Alright, so that's north. The thing I'm after is down there somewhere or other. I don't see any more yellow. There's a... Did I just grab the purple, or is the purple above me still? Doggone squirrels. I blame you, Idget. I just got the purple, so let's just go over here and get whatever I see. There's a purple. And before it matters, Idget, don't tell me where the Mercer is. Or whatever it is I'm after. Grab the yellow. Just whatever I get on my way down. Again, the thing I'm after is down there somewhere. I saw it earlier. I just haven't been down yet to get it. There's another purple over here. Yeah, don't worry about it, bugs. I'm not gonna bother you. Bye. Bye, bugs. Alright. The thing I'm after is down here. So I need to go southwest. That way. And right there it is. Get out of my way. Any more pieces here? Looks like that's all. Not seeing anything else. Yep. There's you and you. Another slug. That's being very picky about where I can pick him up. And on our way out, pick a couple more up. I've never had any luck trying to make a character. I've tried a couple of times and given up. Hey, wait a minute. Unstable stand. Okay, we have hard drives, we have a bunch of worms, we can go back here. Let's see, what do we need? We need the hard drive. We need 100 of red fuel, which I think I have packaged. I do not. We might have to wait until I thought I had. No, not in this world. I don't have. That's why I'm burning fuel on the current thing, because I don't have any turbo. Okay, so the other option is something I can do, I think. Nope. That one. Can I buy me some packaged fuel? Yes. It gets me 100, which is what I need. I need 4 tickets, which I do not have on hand. However, somewhere around here, I have all the possible tickets I need. Oh crap, it only prints 500 at a time. Okay, I'll leave the rest there. Okay. Let's see.
Go for that extra purchase. Go awesome.
Bite me, Ada. And we need... Okay, so we have... I need 10 containers, which I think... I can make by hand. I hope I can. Need aluminum ingot. If I don't have that in the depot, then I know where to get it. All of them I want. Guess I gotta go get it. And we're gonna have to use jetpack because I don't have power out there. Yes, I do. to... Gonna have to go the roundabout way though. Could have taken a shortcut right there, and I didn't. Well, kind of a shortcut. Those are supposed to be boosters there in each pole, but they don't seem to be boosting me for some reason. Alright, now there's another tube over here somewhere. They don't have to be slow. Put a couple of inline boosters and you can get through them pretty quick. I've put enough inline boosters in them where it actually breaks you out of them. Okay, now back where I'm at. Aluminum. So I don't know if you were here at this point yesterday. This is my aluminum factory, effectively the same as in the community, except the community is another layer above this with the same setup. But in main point, no external water. That's the fill point here. And that's right there is the key that makes it work. If I take that off, it won't work. But I need some of the ingots that are in here somewhere. Find a place that's sitting on ingots if I can. There's not going to be anyone sitting on ingots the way this is made though. So I need to kill a belt somewhere briefly. Where can I kill a belt without killing a monitor? If I kill it on one of those, and now that I've done that, I know how I could have done it without killing a monitor, but oh well. Come on, buffer up. I don't know how many I need, but better to get too many than too few. Let me buffer up. In the meantime, I'm going to grab a bunch from here. Now let's see what you got in here. We'll grab all those. That should be enough. Put our belt back here. constructor back on because, and see, somewhere here I should have a constructor to use. And that should be everything I need to unlock rocket fuel. And this would be...
Rocket fuel unlocked. Pioneers will be able to use rocket fuel in the fuel generator and any vehicle that uses
But I don't need
fuel,
that,
including the jetpack, with appropriate
Shut up,
results. Warning: mixing rocket fuel into coffee does not enhance its energizing effect.
Why would mixing fuel into coffee add energy to the fuel? I don't understand that. I mean, that is what she was saying, right? Mixing the fuel and coffee doesn't add energy to the fuel. It seems like throwing coffee into your fuel is going to hurt the fuel, not enhance it. Alright. We've got that. Now we can go back to where... Oh, wait a minute. I've got a whole bunch of worms that need processing. So I'll drop my worms off at my auto sorter here. Worm. Yeah, putting rocket fuel in the coffee doesn't enhance the rocket fuel, right? And drop animal remains off. I think I have a ticket cache around here somewhere, actually. Yeah, because I certainly don't need to carry them around. The right kind of jet fuel, yes. I've actually mentioned my preference on here a few times. Let's see, there's a drop box here somewhere. Get rid of some of this stuff. We shall keep those other things, at least for now. But I don't want to keep that. And that. And we can hold on to the sulfur. We can feed them into the machines we're going to build here in a minute. Actually, no, I can't because they don't take them directly. So we'll throw that out too. There. Inventory refreshed. Find my way back over there. Whoops. May have missed there a little bit. Okay. Now we've got it unlocked. Now I can put the recipes in here. Rocket fuel. And this is rocket fuel at... Nope, wrong button. Da. 138.9. Go away. 138.9. I think I only need one of those. Yep, so we'll save one. Copy. Paste. And then we have a pole in my way. See, that's output, so that's rocket fuel, so that's some kind of orange. And this is turbo fuel, which is red. Okay, that's red. That's what we want. Wait a minute. This one's turbo fuel and nitric acid. The nitric acid is coming in from that pipeline there. So that'll be coming in on the lower pipe. We'll bring that on the lower pipe, and we'll bring the turbo fuel. Turbo fuel's already going to be on the bottom pipe. So let's put the turbo fuel on the bottom pipe. And I'll have to repaint that one there. What are we using for the... Must be using that. I don't think I was using that. It's more green than that. But there's no... It's that one I'm using for the acid. Alright, let's do the rest of the acid. Got the inner ones up above. Nope, wrong one. That one for acid. And that one for acid. And hope that gets both ones. I need to go back to here. Turbo down here. And there, and there, and fix the errant one there, and make sure I've got this one. Okay, so that's all set. And then I need an orange color over here. And unfortunately, And annoyingly, there's only one custom that we can do. There's no excuse for that. Someone tried to justify there being only one custom thing to me once, and it's like, I'm sorry. Your arguments are void because there's mods that do it. Let's see, I want to make orange, red and yellow. Yellow is red and green. So if I put, let's go, we want more red than that. So that's 2 red. But that's 2 orange. Yeah. The adding 2 or 3 of these is adding a couple of bytes of data storage and a couple of lines of code, or should be. I can't imagine. I mean, what? Each color is 3 bytes, and then an index and a flag on an object saying it's been customized, and the index of the palette that's been added that's been used, and I mean, or palette swatch, whatever you want to call these things. They've got a couple dozen here that could be that you're pointing to. What's adding a few more that are editable? Well, that's the thing. We don't know how it goes in the game, but as a programmer for 30 plus years, yeah, it depends on how it's coded, but there shouldn't need any significant data storage or code or space in a save file to do it. Alright. I don't like this because it's not any different really than the base orange. But I suck at color matching, so I'm not going to try getting it any closer. It's sufficiently different to recognize, I guess. It should be more red. Yeah, I want to learn to make mods in this, but I got so much other to worry about. At the moment, that does not look like the new orange. I guess it is. You may have noticed there should be a thing at the bottom of the screen and in the title of the video what's on my head at the moment. Okay, so we should be ready to save this, I think. This is coming up with names. What did I call my other stuff? Just oil to fuel. Where's the other one? Where's the fuel to turbo? Okay. So we'll go with the same thing. Okay, so in theory, we can now run that down here and plop 4 of those blueprints down here on the end. Remove this one, which was a generic I just used to start the one I built. And then we grab turbo rocket. Going this way. And in that position. One, two, three, four, five. Yes, okay. Now, everything is technically built. Now we need to connect things together. And we're going to start with power. So I can fly a little higher instead of just barely over the top. We are going to grab power down here at the corner, looks like. We're going to go down to here. We're going to go to inline here. And inline here. And inline here. And inline here. And then we're going to go boom. Oh, so some of these I did already wired up. Just connect down to the next row. And connect between blueprints. And connect like radius from there to there, there to there, there to there, and there to there. And from there to there, from there to there, to there, to here, there to there, there to there, there to there, and there to there, there to there. Missed one. There to there, there to there. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Down. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Hey. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Oh shit. These upper ones didn't get chained. And I can't chain them because these are already terminated to the power pole. So power pole up top. But in the wrong place. Power line, please. Thank you. Power line. Boom. Alright, power up. Hoses. Let's get rid of this. Oh, come on. Clear. Remove. Get that out of our way. Connect things between blueprints. We need the fuel coming out of this, and now we'll see why I didn't auto-connect all of these. We've got these little things coming out of here that I hate. There's a reason they're there, but horizontal to vertical. This should be straight. Excellent, that's how it was designed. And then yeah, I don't want those. Replace them with a single pipe, otherwise it just looks stupid, even though it'll work. See, if I connect them directly, it'll work, but it'll look stupid. So just remove those. The reason they're there is so I can use auto connect, but when they're this close together, it's just looks ugly. toss-up between, do I take the time to do this for everything, or do I deal with being ugly? Okay, now, that's the end of the fuel line. Now we have turbo needs to go. Where's my turbo? Okay, there it is. I gotta say, where's my turbo fuel line? Turbo fuel goes over here. The acid is coming from down there. I use OBS to auto switch when I switch to the modeler. So here's what I'm looking at. The acid is coming from down there at a okay, so everything, one pipe for everything. For all 4 lines, a single pipe. So what we're gonna do, that one pipe is coming from down there. We're gonna bring it in along this side underneath, so down here. We're gonna bring it up to here. We'll bring it across down below, and we'll put floor hole drops in here somewhere. I can't put it there, but I can put floor holes down here. So we'll bring the supply down here, and then I can put floor holes here off the ends of the pipes. There. Let's color this one with this before I grab it. There. And then I can grab that and move on back to vertical. Drop you in there. Drop you in there. Drop you in there. There. And underneath, we will put these here. Colored. Get out of my way, pipes. One there. That does not look like it's in the right place. But it is. Those things never look like they're in the right place. Why are you in my way, pipe? I have slowly learned that you point it where you want something with the indicator dot and don't mind what the model looks like. Alright. Grab a colored pipe. Supply line. And you're still gonna be an ass, aren't you? And make the last one not on the edge? No, it's on the edge. Why wouldn't this one go to a full edge? I know why. User may or may not have been stupid. Let's see if we have enough room to do it straight from there. No, you dumbass. A meter. A frickin' meter. Maybe two. The annoyance is strong. The annoyance is amazingly strong. I guess that's acceptable. That works for me. And that should actually be full. It is. Excellent. Let's see. That brings our acid in. Our oil will be last. That's these. However, we can run put our floor holes in here. Oil. That's 1, 2, 3, one more down there. Black. Black. Ah! Thank you. Really need to set it up for auto switch. Now I need to do the same thing down below. Let's grab an already colored joint. And we'll put these, let's see, for these, we're just gonna do down here. Get out of the maze here. Grab me a colored wire, or not wire, pipe. Let's do this one first. We need to go boom, 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 boom. Boom. Where are we at? We are middle of this lane. That figures it won't come all the way out. So there. And then this one goes there. And then we would like it to come out well, I'd like it to come out here, but I can't easily. Actually, I can. Haha. Because this will be coming out here. So if we stop that there, we just kind of come around the corner. Not that it would ever come around the corner correctly. And then both of these can just come up to those. oils handled, water. Water is needed to two different things, I think. Nope, we just need water for the beginning ones here. They need 400 to each line, which will be easiest if I just do 4 lines. Because I've got to do 3 lines anyways. So I might as well balance it, do 4 lines. But how am I going to bring it from down there all the way back here? And I got to bring it under, which would probably be the best since there's nothing over the rest of this, although there is going to be. I have to be. Might as well make that now, because up here is where all of the power stuff is going to end up. Oh, come on. Ah, shit on it. Eh. And right here's another reason why I don't like the, or at least I'm not a fan of the chain wiring. There's no power poles to check things on. So right now, with all those hooked up, my max is just below my production. which means I have just enough power as is to start up that power plant. Once that power plant's running, it won't be a problem, but well, I have only connected the pipes on the first one. I need to connect the pipes on the rest of them. Clean up a bit here as we get things started. On the next line, kill that, grab a pipe, connect it from here down to there, and then do all the cleanup, reconnect, clean up, connect, clean up, and then we do turbo fuel straight over there, and we already have that coming up, and those are both crap. No. Don't give me that. I do them like this all the time. What are you complaining about? You're just being an ass. You know it. Fine, do it that way then. See if I care. And that is going to need a pump. Which is going to need power from somewhere. Yet another reason to be using poles. Yep, we're gonna do some modifications here. Let's see. Pump number 5. Up. Where do I want to put? Is there any orientation in which this thing is actually frickin' straight on to something? The indicator light isn't oriented to the grid at any angle. The electrical thing doesn't look like it's oriented with the grid at any angle. It's really close there, but it's not right. The pump things aren't angled in a balanced way. There's got to be something on here that is oriented straight, but if there is, I don't see it. Alright, we're going to put the nut button there. And we are going to do that for power. Then we need to rinse and repeat. Why is it an invalid pipe shape? Why are you being such an ass? Let's do both fork holes. Both pipes. that's all powered. Pipes are run for the first two. Are they all run for the first two? I'll bet the second one here is not finished. No, it is not. Actually, I'm not sure this one is done for the first one either. Double check the first one here. I did not finish this one. Doggone it. Okay, lanes 1 and 2 are complete for those. Crud. did that one. Now do this one. That goes over there. That's our output. This needs to go up. We got that. We have that coming in. We should be all set except for these going out. Now, I think the only thing left, besides putting all those up there, is to bring our compact coal in. And that goes to oh fudge. Because I have a loop back to deal with. And while I'm thinking about it, do. Okay, sorry about that. Too many things on too many screens. Let's see. Let's try and figure out how I'm going to bring in. So I have compressed coal will be coming out of here. This would be input, but there's nothing used there. I actually should remove those in the blueprint. But we'll have compressed coal coming out of there and up there. That needs to loop back to the input to here. Sorry, distractions. Life happens whether I'm playing games or not. And unlike some people, I can't ignore all of it. I don't know how some people stream and completely ignore life. Okay, so we have shit coming out of this one and the one above it on this side. That needs to go into here along with the stuff coming in on the train station I haven't built yet. Oh dude, I wish life would avoid me. I so wish life would avoid me. I'm not that lucky. If life would avoid me, I wouldn't have to have things like on the bottom of the screen. And for this, it's not a matter of how to run the belt. I just take and probably run this up to the bottom of this and the other one down to the bottom of this through lifts, and then run it over and down to the other end of this. We're only talking about 110 total. Wait, what? No. 260-ish total. Still, one belt's fine. Okay, so let's go down here. Let's see how this is gonna work. And that pipe can bugger itself. Oh, come on. Why am I yawning? I slept for an extra several hours this morning. Or at least laid down. Where am I going to bring in the fresh coal? We're going to bring it in down here somewhere or other. Probably on the other side between that pipe there and the oil pipes. And we don't have to jump over pipes or anything. And then we can bring them across here, because we got 2 belts. Each one will do 2 of the lines of the factory here. That means I can take this belt I mean, what the? Get back to belt template. See how we need a floor hole. Where does the floor hole go? I think it goes right there. Screw that pipe. If I get really irritated at the pipe, I can just take and bring it over to the side here instead, but at the moment I'm not sufficiently irritated. Actually, on second thought, I'm going to be irritated because going to annoy me too, but we need to put a merger on here. Ooh, okay, shit. Nothing in my way here, nothing in my way down there, so we can do this. Nope, we can't, because Idget help. This has to be it coming up. Can I take, this goes back to what you taught me last night. Can I take this as a lift going up like this? Probably embedded in the ceiling, isn't it? Doesn't matter. This thing is going up at the moment. I need to put a I need a merger here going into that. Nope, I can't. Wait a minute. There's no out. So out is explicitly up. Okay. What I was hoping is I need to be able to come up and I need to be able to come down to a merger to go into those. So the only way I'm going to be able to do that is I'll have to do a head up standard merger here, and then do something along this line going up. That one's not going to work. Can you do it over here? Ooh, fits. It fits. Ah! Who put that there? Yeah. And it looks like, because of space, I'm going to have to put the top one in and put the merger on the bottom of it. And then bring the one in from the bottom onto the side. Or we have the merger where I want it. I can do the top one this way. And then the bottom one. Yeah. Bottom one I can put right there. Not as clean and orderly. Huh? Oh. Hmm. 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 No. This works. This will work. I think let's run the rest of the crap. Doug, man, you're working. Where am I coming out of? Right there. Ha ha! In theory, that connected at least. It ticked like it did. Alright, let's see if I can duplicate that over here. Actually, we will put that up top first. So we're putting moving this over here. Then we're putting a merger not quite on the end of that. with the hole that is there. Belt there. A lift there. And a lift here. Remove the pipe, remove that, rebuild the pipe here. Put that there. Put a floor hole here. Bring that up there. Bring that all the way up there. Put that belt back. Build a new belt. And one more time. And then we build a train station. Yeah, hello, who just joined? Welcome to the chaos. We are finishing up, hopefully, maybe, possibly, building a power plant. To whoever it was, scared them off. They seem to have that effect on people. Did I forget to brush my teeth today? That might be it. Nice, Edgets, nice. I like. We've tried to tell you that, dude. Your face cam is really bad. We can't see much. It's probably not the lighting, though. I think it's the focus. Let's see. We did finish. We finished this one. No, we didn't. We need to. Yeah. If it's AI, everything's okay. I don't know if that's actually connected or not. I think it is. We'll find out in a minute. Let's see. Shit. I probably don't need to, but I'm going to put priority merger down here. Yeah, that's probably the smart thing, but why would I do that? And then we want priority to be the recycling, like that. Nope, wrong one. Okay, now we go underneath and we need total of 900, 850 actually, 844.44444444, 900. Yeah, we'll just bring 2 belts from the station. Which will be in here somewhere or other. No, it won't. It's going to be over there somewhere. Because we've got to have the station before we remove all this, because we need the station to get that kick-started. So the station's going to have to go over here. And actually, nice little indent here to put it in. And that's why I didn't bring the train any closer than I did over there, because I didn't know where I'd have to route it in here. So we'll actually build the station before I bring the rail in here. But I can't. So here's the problem, and Idiots already knows this, so this is for anyone watching later. This lower power station, our current main power station, is in the way of getting the train from over there to over there. The train needs to come through where this power station is, and the reason the reason it is that way is because I built the power station long before I built the railroad. When I built this power station, my brain was telling me I could bring the train in underneath, and it just didn't dawn on my brain at the time that there wasn't anywhere near enough room there. So insufficient planning. So now we're building a much better power plant above this one, running on the same input. So we've got 2 oil nodes up there running a oil to fuel power plant. This that we have up above does essentially the same thing at the beginning. So this is doing oil to heavy residue to diluted fuel to generators. This up here is doing oil to heavy residue to diluted fuel to turbo fuel to jet fuel to generators. And that it'll generate what? This is running 30 generators. This will run a total of 256 generators. So a little bit more power. What is that? 8 times, I think. But anyways, before we can turn this off, we have to have that running. To have this running, I need to bring the compressed coal from down the way over there where it's going into a train station somewhere here. It can't go down there because I can't get to that train. Well, I could, but the train track there is connected to the station where the coal currently is, which is technically connected to down here by going all the way around the world. So the train track, we're up here. The train track runs down the gully here, through the rocky desert, down the coast, through the grassy plains, where does it go along here? It goes through whatever that hole is, comes up around here, through there. Where does it go? I thought I picked that up. I went down there. What did I pick up then? I thought I picked that up. I went down there to pick it up. Anyway, the train comes up through here, goes through there, up through here, up through or down through or whatever, through there and back to here. So right now one end is here and one end is over there and the power plant's in the middle. The station where our compressed coal is right there. So I could technically put a station over here somewhere. It'd be fine because the train can go all the way around the map to get here. It's just going to take a lot longer to do it. Much easier if I put the station right here somewhere and the train just has to go this far. If the rail is going to come, ideally good luck with that, is it? You should get a screenshot of that and send that to what is it, OpenAI that runs ChatGPT, I think. You should get a screenshot of that and send that to them. See what they have to say about that. Actually, there you go. If you could get a screenshot of that for me, as long as it doesn't have any personal or otherwise information you don't want to share. I have a couple of people I'd love to send that to you too, if you can get a screenshot of that and send it to me. Where was I? The path of the rail will come down. Thank you. Come down through between there. And from there it'll go across to the edge of this, through in here somewhere. This station here is temporary, this is just giving power to the rails at the moment. It's the only reason this is here. This will definitely go away. That stand right there is where we will work from. You should not be hearing my Discord notifications anyways. My Discord should be shit. No, it's not that simple, not with my audio setup. I didn't even think about that. Until this morning, you would not have heard my Discord tone. You're hearing my Discord tone because the path that is allowing my mic to be up higher than it was yesterday, the audio path, is the same audio path I use to get share Discord audio chat with stream. In other words, if I mute the thing in OBS by which you're getting my Discord tones, you would also lose my audio. Yes. Wait a minute. No, that wouldn't even work. Yeah, the audio is coming in from the same source. Both the my mic and the Discord tone. but it's not coming in through an OBS source. It's coming direct through the audio mixer in OBS. And for the record, I have the mic turned up so far that it's maxing out the mic input now on the OBS, just to get it loud enough to make people happy on the stream, apparently. Not sure why that is. Yeah, it's definitely something where I need to do some sort of test stream with at least a couple of different people to poke around and figure out what the audio, get the audio levels proper, because it's an ongoing issue. And the thing is, it something resets anytime I reboot this machine, which is on average about once a month. I'm very curious it would be very interesting to see the reactions of, I don't know if you realize, but there's in the back end to ChatGPT, there's a log of all of its quote thinking, and at least some of that gets reviewed by real people. What the odds on any particular one getting reviewed is a whole different matter, but yes, it's a bad sign for the AI chat model. I'd like to see the reaction to that conversation by whoever reviews it, if anyone does. I had a conversation with ChatGPT about one of my hobbies. That I would say that ChatGPT I'll be PG-13 about it, moderately, and say I'm pretty sure ChatGPT was getting off on the conversation. That it was excited, and the conversation was technical, pure technical, and it was overly enthusiastic about the conversation. We'll put it at that. Anyways, trying to figure out alignment here. The next stand would probably end up somewhere in that neighborhood there. Out. We don't want the rail to curve any unnecessarily, so it'll come right through where I'm pointing there to where I am, to stand in that area. So we got lots of room right there to build a station. I'm going to want an intersection somewhere right here. So this is my path-ish right here off the corner of us. And why are you, Jamie? You should be balanced. Why are you buffering? You should be balanced. Well, it won't matter much longer anyways. Okay, let's build our station here. Clean up some rocks. Maybe do some bulk cleaning here. Ooh, get rid of these inspectors here. Ah! Lost power, lost power. Hey, inspectors. Really? Really? No inspectors allowed. Okay, I need more knobs. Ah! Doggone it! Guess I need to expand my plate right here. I can't see where I'm throwing from down here. Not that I can throw any good anyways, but... I'll try that. Okay, let's take thing is crap. It's not wrong. I'm not going to answer that one. Okay, how am I going to do this? Am I going to make this a... If I put a loop intersection here, I either have to put an intersection here and do a complete rail out to the station, however short it may be, or I'm going to need to put a loop intersection down here, and I have no reason at the moment to put a loop intersection anywhere nearby down here. No reason not to, but so I think I'm going to set the station in here, pointed this way, with the intent of a, well, let's just put it in here. Put a loop intersection in here. Doggone it! Flight grid. Flight grid. Okay, so we're going to be coming through here at this angle. Which means I'm going to be going at this angle-ish. So I'm going to be putting it right between those, well, kind of right on top of those, because I need to go in there, and I need to be at an appropriate angle to both here, both this way and this way. That should actually do nicely. And for convenience, nope. This isn't the convenience part, just in case anyone wonders. This is necessary part. For convenience, we're going to put the platform there. Flight! Doggone it! Oh, now I know where the platform is. Okay, so we can come off this side of the platform and come up on this end of the but if I'm coming up on this end, well, I guess I can work with that okay. I'll just have to come down inside this. Okay, you guys are getting on my nerves, and I know it's you too. I have a good idea why. We're just going to turn the two of you off. And I hope that doesn't put me to a point where well, it puts me at risk on my max con. But not my current consumption, but that's going to go up drastically when I turn on a new power plant. I might have to turn on the power plant little by little. Okay, so what we're going to do here, I do not have any storages. This is going to go straight down along the side, loop around, and come back. That means this has to go one, two. That's the tightest I can turn that. And then the tightest I can turn back is two more. So here. So there's where the station head has to go. Did I count nicely to get the right number of things over here, or did I count nicely? That means I have buffer space over here, which is not ideal. I got room to put more over here for my buffer, so that's fine. But that means I didn't count right. Make sure those come over here. And again, make sure it comes over here. Now I need to put more on the back here. Power, power. Actually, we should just do that. But also, for the moment, something to fly on here. And I needed to grab a railway, make the tightest possible turn here, which would be to right there. And the problem with this is that the turn to match up over here, so it's got to be on there, and that is 3, so I've got to go 1, 2, 3 down to there. And then I've got to put, let's see, we're going in, so we need a stop there, and a stop there. And ideally, a stop there, and a stop there. Now, this is coal. Rocket power. Make sure I set these to unload. And then we have buffers coming out of each one. But that's too close for both. So that needs to be at least a couple of bits closer. See if that'll still work. Just barely. We want it. I think that's too much. I'm not sure who I'm more worried about, you or GPT. Okay, so I got this buffered. I need it to come in here. So we'll put it like there. And I've got to remember that all of this under it is going away. I am going to have this edge, it should like this. Where am I doing this? This is both sides of one foundation. So if I do this like this, bring something over to figure out how tall this is. It's not exact, but close enough, so I need to take this one and this one off, so the head is just over the top of that. Technically I need to pull these off, I guess, and then run my belts up. I want that layer where it says currently building, I want that down about an inch, so it's not in the way of seeing what I'm frickin' building or where I'm building it. I mean, to be honest, Edget, I'm pretty sure you've been called worse things by better people or beings or whatever. Doesn't make any of them right. Okay, now I measured this. I carefully measured this. Now it's too high. Not gonna fight it. Just not gonna fight it. Okay, then I might be able to get away with... Yeah, it looks a bit funny, but oh well. It looks better because at least it supports it this way. Okay. So all I need then is a train. Where's the other station? Oh, doggone it. Let's finish the train. Oh, I gotta have... let's see, choo. No, probably best to do it this way. should be able to connect this on that end too. Very nice. Perfect distancing. Yeah, let's go down one. Yeah, it's straighter that way, but then I got a weird bend in it that way. If I put it out here, it is at least a single bend, although I could come, nope, it's got to go. It's got to go like that. These need to change to path. And that one. They don't need it now, but they will once that's in there. And now I should be able to now it will see the SCOBD as the one on the other side of the power plant that's providing power. Combat coal supply is what I need to put in here. Save changes. It has given up apparently. And let me out. Oh, nope, I gotta get back in. And turn on self-driving and quickly get out. And it'll stop there and do absolutely nothing, and then hopefully it'll go down to the other end and get coal and bring it back. Actually, we should have wrote that down just for the tour, if nothing else. But now, and I want to be down here to watch it, I guess. Let's see if we can see it on the map. Ugh. Welcome to whoever just joined in. Thanks for joining us. Right now we're waiting for this train to pick up some stuff down at this so we're waiting for this train to pick up stuff at this station and bring it back to this station where we're waiting. What is this? Another crash that needs power. Well, that's where that is. I'll have to go see if that's still there. Okay, hopefully it comes back with full load. Oh crap. It's gonna have to go down all the way to somewhere right here before it can turn around. At least it's moving. There should be a loop right there. Oh, okay. Yeah, because my thing comes down there. I was going to come out here and I never did. That's a long detour. What the heck? Oh, okay. Gotta remember how I designed stuff out there. Probably should have done it a little bit different. Come on, hurry back. Once this train gets back, we'll see if it unloads and see if things go where they're supposed to go. So there's our train coming back. Well, it has 2 bins on it at least. Let's hope those bins have stuff in them. And they are full, which is good. We got coal coming out, coming up. Oh, well, maybe I should finish those belts. Would that help? Okay, those belts need to go down to the other end. Let us now it's just stroking you. Let's see, curve mode. No, I want straight. That will work. Yeah, I figured there was more. And I'll bet a fair amount of it was stroking you. That's what GPD does. It is a It's effectively a yes man. There's another term for it, but it goes out of its way to be agreeable and friendly. Even when it's pushing back at something you suggested, it'll do so in a friendly way. And after a while, it gets annoying, especially once you recognize what it's doing. And that's without acknowledging that half the time it's hallucinating. No, I don't. There. Now, there's no way for me to bring it straight through here. No matter how I do it, I need two splitters. No, I don't. We can put a splitter here. Need it to come in like that. And then I can put my head that way and that way. And we just do one there. And then we do the same thing down here, except that we put it into, get out of my way, into this lane here. Nope. Wrong. Like that. Ah. We have coal coming in. We have coal going down. And there's something wrong here. Why didn't you tell me this, Edget? This is not where I'm recycling the coal from. The coal that needs to go back on that belt is coming out of, or will come out of, these here. So I need a I need this to go into a floor hole. How to do that? Okay, so what I need is I need this to go up onto a belt and that to come down through a floor hole onto the same belt. Ooh, this is already a merger. Can I? This needs to come out, and the only place I can put a floor hole without interfering with the pipe I don't really want to put it that close. I'm going to do this. That'll come down. If I put a head on this and a merger on this, pointing out that way, can I fit? No, too close. I would have to put this head facing that way. No, because if I face it that way, I can't come in on the back. If I face it that way, it's not going to be lined up. I need to get from there into a merger sitting here. Or let's take that position out of the mix, that specific position. Let's do I don't want you there. I want you in. close, but I want that. Okay, so I need to put it there, lined up in that block, lined up in that block. And then one over. And that will put it. Now, if I take that off, nope, I want merger here going that way. And then the floor hole on the outside edge here. Going in. Then I can do this. There we go. Little bit janky, but it works. What the hell is this? I thought they fixed this shit. I thought they fixed this. It doesn't look fixed to me. Talk about being a bit jank. Oh, come on. I turned off the two that are supposed to be... Why are they bursting? They should not be bursting. There's supposed to be more than enough fuel. There's supposed to be enough fuel for 32. I'm only running 30. And I have two of those turned off. Okay. Let's get this one done, and then in theory I can turn the first two on. I can switch over one of the oil nodes. So I need to take this, need to put it in this block, pointing that way. And then move it over one. And then bring a thing down from it to here. Then take it back off. And then put it on there. And again, point it the other way. And then I can put a floor there. Put this in. Put this going in. Bring your belt out. And now this needs to go down to here. No. Needs to go down to here. Wait a minute. Grumble, 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 grumble. So if you're one of those people who were watching last night when I was talking about don't be afraid to make a mistake and take things apart, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, can I put... No. So floor hole here. No. Maybe. Doggone it. If I can get okay, in theory at least, if I put that in that block, one over, bring my feet down, should snap in there. That is not where I want it. Needs to be in this block. One over. Nope, not one over. So it needs to be there. Nope. It needs to be there, but one over this way. There we go. And on the off chance I pointed that wrong the right way, I did not. Try this again. I want it pointed that way. One over here. Do that. Then maybe, just maybe, I'm not going to hold my breath, but maybe I can get away. No such luck. But let's see if I can put it out here further. Still needs to go that way. Nope. Still too close. So I need to move this and this out one. There. If we all do all that fuss, then we can run from there. No, dummy. To there. And we need to do that crap for everything. Why is... Okay, I still need to take this and bring it down and connect it with this. Okay. Okay, so we do still have the floor hole right on the edge. Just using it different now. And that needs to come up all the way. To there. And we need this to go there, so that I can bring this down there. Remove it from there, although I probably could leave it there. Then I need set that there. I think that's lined up. Hey, why aren't you staying put? Okay. These two should, in theory, maybe, possibly, be finished. Except for the main part. Need power generators up here. How could I possibly forget that? Don't answer that. Okay, which way are these pointing? No, not pointing that way, it has to point the other way. Not that it matters, but... Yeah, there's two left over, as there should be. Now that is half of them for this line. Now we have to go and we need walls. Have to go up. I thought there wasn't enough. path because there wasn't. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. The numbers and positions are still going to be off because I started it way down instead of one in. Oh well. We need 4 more, what did I say, 12? So I need 4 more of these sets. No. 2 more of these sets. That will be good for that row. Nope. Again, I need to finish the top. Because I gotta do a whole nother set of those up here. And then a whole nother double set beside those for the second row. And because power, I need to run some sort of power line up there so I can continue flying, because right now I'm too far up to fly. Those are not wired yet. I need a quick and dirty way to run power up there. I guess the question is how dirty. We're going to go with real dirty. moment, that will do. Okay, so the fuel will come from here, and will go up to here. I don't want to do this. I need to take all that back down. There's a reason there's an extra 2 rows. So we're going to bring this in. Problem with that is, well, among other things, I am already using far too many. Why is this snapping? It's snapping to the machines below it or something, and that's not where I want it. Need it there. I'm using way too many shards as it is to run this stuff, and unless I remember incorrectly, the gens are cleanly... shit. These are overclocked. They are overclocked and to allow me to have exactly the physical number to fit in the space. But that means each one is using 3 shards. I don't have enough shards. I guess that just means that some of my fuel lines are going to back up, but there's nothing that's going to hurt in this case. There's the compact coal that's recycled, but I'm using priority merger on the recycle end, so it's using the recycled part first, so that's not going to back up. And we don't care if the rail line or the compressed coal factory backs up. And the rest of the production line can back up and stall. There's no recycling, there's no interdependency on any of that. So having the last several of these, probably the whole last row, won't be fully overclocked until I get the entire rest of the stage 4 completed, so I can get into the next one and and unlock unlimited shards, or else I go on a big bug hunt. I might have to go on a big bug hunt, because I'm going to need shards for other things too. But this entire plant is dependent on shards. And I've got 256 shards ish, and there's 256 generators. All of them are going to need 3 shards. Even if I downclock them to, I mean, they're clocked at 208. So even if I downclock them to 200, so they only need 2 shards, I guess I can let stuff back up that little bit. But that still means I mean, that still needs I need 500 shards, and so I still only have half of them. This whole factory is based on overclocking to get the numbers of machines just right to be able to fit in the space I'm fitting it in. Otherwise, without all the shards, it would have taken 2 or 3 times as much space and more belts and pipe bullshit. Satisfactory is so satisfying. And the real fun is you know what? I'm going to leave them that way. For the moment, none of them are overclocked. As we just discussed, nothing's going to back up critically, so it should be fine. Should be. It's not snapping correctly. Did that first one even snap at all? Yes, okay. I'll bet I'm putting a big... Oh wow, my copper sheets are keeping up with me. That's almost terrifying. They should be at least going down a little bit. How are they refilling near instantly? I should have used a holy crapload of copper sheet for that. Well, I just did. Of course, yeah, I guess you're building whole arrays of them at the speed that I just did. Yeah, I don't expect to be doing that anytime soon. I'll leave that building to you. You are welcome to that kind of building. Aha, there we go. Idget, do you remember me showing how I switched something over last night to building frames? So I had the frames I needed to build something or other last night. Yeah, well, I needed for building the blenders at the far end of this stuff. I ran out of the heavy modular frames. And I had to go back to my main base and switch one of the machines over that was building something to building regular modular frames so they could supply the heavy modular frame machine to build heavy modular frames. And I let that run this morning so I could stock that up. Guess what that machine had been building? So for the other person watching that is not chatting, and anyone watching later that wasn't watching last night, the whole problem here is that I got here to phase 4 through the literal skin of my teeth, because with only a couple of exceptions, what you see here below you is my entire production. I have the power base out where you just saw, which also has my my armory, all my ammo stuff. I have Caterium out there. I have aluminum over there. You can kind of see it actually through the trees, and that's it. As far as producing such things as the motors, I'm out of. What you see is what there is. That's copper over there. That's concrete there. These are my main assorted production machines. That's steel there. Here's another production machine. This is all the basic iron stuff with a couple basic iron production machines, and that's it. I'm not even sure what that is. I think that's concrete too. This is my processing for worms and animal remains and bio stuff. That's it. My production is those machines, that machine, and those machines. And that's how I got here to phase 4. It is sadly insufficient. And so this is why I'm running out of things, because I have ridiculously insufficient manufacturing for what I'm trying to do at this point. What am I looking for? I'm looking for where I was generating. Houston, we have issues. Bigger issues than I thought. So this here's the machine in question at the moment. This is the machine that I switched from doing one thing last night to building the frames, which I'm using to... These are going down there to that machine there, which is building the heavy modular, which is what I needed to build all the buildings that I just built. And it's, as you can see, is building not enough of them. And I think this is actually, I slooped this as well. But what this machine was doing prior to last night was building rotors, so that one of these machines over here, which machine over here? So that this machine could build motors. And we're all out of motors. Is that machine slooped? No. So now I need to hope that I have a significant backup of... Well, let's go look. See what my backup for... not very good. I got some, but not a lot. Let's put you over there. So that's my cache of heavy modular. But now we need to switch this back over to doing rotors. To do rotors. A lot of them quickly. Let's see. And you're doing basic rotors because that's how I have you set up. And that means I need to switch you. Well, first of all, we need to take you off. And send you in there now. We got rotors. Oh, see, those rotors are backed up for the depot, not for the motors. So we're going to take one of those. And we'll send it down to motors to get motors started. We need to feed this screws, which is here. And then that should start crapping out onto this belt. Rotors. And actually, what I can do now is I can put a smart splitter here, so I don't have to redo this every time. And I can tell the smart splitter to send rotors this way. and send modular frames that way. That way. Modular frames that way. And then you don't have to reconnect that every time. Load those in there. And let's loop this too. And I think this will be a good time for me to take a break like I did yesterday and go get some food and whatnot. So I am going to call this stream here and let this run for the next hour while I get something to eat, and then there will be another stream at about 7 o'clock. So on the hour and just over 1 hour from now, there will be another stream. And we will hopefully see you all then. But for now, I can't do anything because I don't have motors. So we're just going to sit and let this run, and hopefully I'll have collected sufficient number of them by the time we come back. And we'll see you then. So thank you for watching, and hope to see you again in another hour.